So Sean Strickland is not a GTA gangster. He's not even a part-time gangster. He's not even any kind of gangster. I'm sick of the fucking narrative that the MMA mainstream media have painted of Sean Strickland being this ultimate gangster, GTA gangster. The real gangster, can you please stand up? Dricus du Plessis. At yesterday's media day, Dricus addressed some of the comments made by Sean Strickland. Sean had told the media that he'd slid into Dricus's DMs, threatening him, and that was the sort of focus of Sean Strickland's narrative. We're going to take a look now at what Dricus had to say on the matter.
I'm sorry what I said about your coach and you, but if there's anything that's crossing the line for you...
Strickland goes straight in, apologising. Is there anything I can do for you, sir? I'll take anything back for you, sir. Please, sir.
Just, and he's like, listen, I know we sell a fight and all that, but if there's anything out of line that I said that you want me to pull back, like, I'll apologise. I'll even take back what I said. I'll remove post.
Then Strickland goes in saying we're selling a fight and I'll pull back posts. This is not a good look for Strickland. I mean, he says one thing in the media, does another thing behind closed doors.
And, I mean, I feel kind of like this is not a great move to... but he brought it up. I would have never told the media about this. Otherwise, this happened 5 weeks ago. I would have talked about it. You know, I don't want to expose a man in that way. It's not my style. I was actually surprised that I saw him make it public that he did message me because I didn't want to out him on that. But since we're talking about it, and he, so he said if there's anything that he shouldn't say, like he'll lay back.
I think part of the reason why Strickland came out with it in the media is he wants to get ahead of himself so he can protect himself, protect his image. That's why he went public with it and not let Dricus leak it, and he can twist the narrative to his advantage if he goes first.
I'm like, okay, so this poor guy, this seems pretty serious. I feel bad for him. But I just replied and said, listen, there's nothing you can say that has any effect on me. Like, go crazy. There's nothing you can say that can get under my skin. There's a shield here. I'm the mentally strongest fighter in the world. And I told him, you can say literally whatever you want. All is fair in love and war.
This exchange also shows how strong mentally that Dricus is, that he isn't fazed by anything. All is fair in love and war. His mindset is strong. And going into the fight, this will play dividends for Dricus. As you know, Sean Strickland is already emotional going into the fight. This could play a big part of how the fight turns out. And I've been saying this for a while now, but he's worse than Colby Covington in my eyes. If you go back and watch Sean Strickland when he first entered the UFC, and the mainstream media know who Sean Strickland is because don't forget they have interviewed this guy from when he started his career to now, and they've seen him change.
This is your fourth professional fight?
Yes, sir.
And you're 4-0?
Yes, sir.
And now they're trying to paint him as this ultimate gangster kind of narrative, and they try and run with it, and they're letting fans run with it, but it's not who Sean Strickland is. Obviously, the Dricus has said that he's done the old Conor McGregor thing. It's just business. If there's anything that's crossed the line, please let me know and I'll take it back. Dricus doesn't give a fuck. He lets it ride. He lets it go. Anything, come at me. I'm a man. I'll take anything that you can throw at me. All is fair in love and war. Not for Strickland, though. Strickland is a bitch. He's shown it with Dricus. I remember that clip with Orlando Sanchez when he was sparring. Apparently, he's this 100% let's spar, let's fucking go kind of guy. Orlando Sanchez locked up an arm lock. He fucking freaked out, started crying, started kicking off.
Oh, motherfucker! The fuck? Why, bro? Why? Whoa. Why? Get away from me. Whoa, bro. Get away. What's the problem, bro? Bro, what the fuck, man?
So there's what happened. It was a quick arm lock, quick jab up. He released it straight away. Whether you think it's right or wrong, what I'm trying to get at here is Sean Strickland threw his toys out the pram and he walked away. You saw Strickland walk away. That's not gangster behaviour. Gangsters don't walk away. And then what happens next is just further proof that he's not a real G. He's not down with it. They continue sparring after a bit of back and forth, and then just in the middle of sparring, nothing actually happens. Sean Strickland starts crying again and walks away, just acting like a little bitch again.
I'm good, dude. Mom's fine.
Really?
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, Come on, it was good. It was clean, dude. It was clean.
Come on, bro. Hey, come on. That was not malicious whatsoever.
Yeah.
If I wanted to fucking break it, I would have fucking broken it.
I don't know, man.
And this is your GTA Gangster. The guy who's supposed to be 100% every time he spars. He's an odd sparer. He goes 100%, 1000%. No one trains as hard or no one spars as hard as Sean Strickland. Now, this is one bit of evidence where he's not going 100%. When someone else did, he cried like a little bitch. Well, it wasn't even 100%, he's just a better grappler. There's full control in that submission. And now we'll take a look at what Orlando Sanchez had to say about that day.
He goes, regardless of who you are or what you've done, I'm still going to beat the fuck out of you. His exact words. Who the fuck is he talking to? He's talking to me? And, from the get-go, I don't know who he is. I didn't know he had a fight. Nothing. He was some guy telling me that he was going to beat my ass. So I had to, make sure I showed him that I was under control from the get-go. That's basically all I did. Nothing to hurt him, nothing to, be a dick. Those of you who know me know I would never do that. Like, I would never hurt my training partners intentionally and shit, I just had to show who was in charge.
So that's Orlando Sanchez explaining what happened and how Sean Strickland approached him, started acting like a gangster. Then we saw how it quickly turned south. And now we're going to see what happened after the altercation.
But he apologized right after. I mean, literally right after the video, we were cool. He was cool. He was like, dude, he even wrote me afterwards, like, I'm sorry for my reaction. I reacted like an idiot, and it's all good for me. I don't care. I don't hold shit like that personal.
The same exact thing as what Dricus said. As soon as the camera stopped rolling, Sean Strickland stopped performing. And he started apologising, even to the point where after they had left the gym, he had to send Orlando Sanchez a message apologising. Orlando Sanchez was like, what the fuck? Because Orlando Sanchez is a real gangster. Not Sean Strickland, Orlando Sanchez. Rest in peace, my friend. You are a real gangster. Strickland isn't. If you go back and watch those early interviews of Sean Strickland, he's like, yes, sir, please, sir, 3 bags full, sir.
This is your 4th professional fight?
Yes, sir.
And you're 4-0?
Yes, sir.
Sean Strickland is a show. What you've got to realise is Sean Strickland has looked at Conor McGregor and went, I want a slice of that pie. So I'm going to be obnoxious. I'm going to be loud. I'm going to say shit that I don't really mean. I don't like the media narrative and the fan narrative of he's this gangster, he's a GTA gangster. Half of it's for show. The fact that he always says he goes 100% in sparring. I remember, if you go back to the Darren Till Khamzat days, when they were training together, they went to Sean Strickland's gym, and Sean Strickland was leading the class or the sparring session. And Sean Strickland goes over to Darren Till and he tells Darren Till that Khamzat Chimaev needs to calm down.
Be nice. No, if you sparred him, no, he gets a little bit. He gets a little bit. A little bit, yeah. Be nice. Khamzat, understand you're better than most. You're better than everybody. So just don't hurt people. It just goes too hard, man.
That was a clip from the training session. I'll leave a full link to the original video in the description. So you see, first he goes to Khamzat Chimaev and he starts telling him he goes too hard, he can beat everyone there, and then a bit later he then turns to Darren Till and says he goes too hard, man. Now, this is Sean Strickland, the guy who's supposed to be going 1000% hard training sessions, and he has a problem when other guys do it. So I don't believe that Sean Strickland is going that full intensity all the time. I think part of it is for social media, is for the public image, and he's not that guy. We saw it with the Orlando Sanchez sparring session. He freaked out, said you're going to do damage to me, blah, 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 started crying, threw his toys out the pram. So I don't believe it's 100% all the time. I think that's a narrative he's painted and he's let everyone run with. I think he's taken a few clips and showed it to the world to try and prove that he's this total gangster. I just don't believe it. I think he's full of shit. The Real Gangster is going to stand up on Saturday night at UFC 297, and Dricus is going to absolutely maul Sean Strickland. My prediction is in the later rounds, if Sean Strickland makes it to the later rounds, he's going to be drowning in a fucking Dricus bloodbath by this point. Dricus is going to overwhelm him. He's going to pull him into his game. Sean Strickland's going fight emotional because we can see it. You can see it in the build-up. He's already emotional after the fight, that the breakout at 296 where they got into it. Everything that's happened since, the DMs, everything that's leading up to this fight shows that Sean Strickland is just emotional going into it, and he can't hide his emotions. We've seen it in sparring sessions, we've seen it in the media, we've seen it everywhere he goes. He cannot hide from those emotions, so he will fight emotional. Maybe not to start with. All that Dricus has to do is whisper daddy issues into his ear, and that'll be it. He'll explode. He'll waste a lot of his energy. Sean Strickland hasn't even proven himself that much of a top contender yet anyway. So for everyone to be on the Sean Strickland hype train, I feel like he had a good night at the office on Adesanya's probably worst night at the office. And who did he fight leading up to the title fight? You have to look at the route to the title. And if you look at Dricus's route to the title, you'll see that he's fought more impressive guys. He's fought Brunson and Robert Whittaker back to back and got the wins. And those are two stoppages against two of the best guys in the division. Robert Whittaker still ranked in the top 5. In fact, still ranked in the top 3 of contenders in the middleweight division. And Strickland has beat Adesanya. But if you look at his route to the title, Uzi beat Nasruddin, Magomedov. Previously to that, he lost against Cannonier and Pereira. Again, it's proving that his route to the title is not far less impressive than Dricus's. And Dricus is a man who was obsessed with the title. He was obsessed with Adesanya. As soon as Adesanya lost the title, he became obsessed with Strickland. Saturday night, everyone is going to find out who the real fucking gangster is. Dricus du Plessis. Tell me who the real gangster is. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay brutal.
Welcome to the Brutally Honest MMA show. For combat sports, the only place to go. Well, as in key, no it doesn't get better. Bringing MMA fans across the world together. The voice of the people, hard hitting, true talking. Real questions asked by the fans when they call in. Weekly MMA news you just can't miss. Potential matchups and post-fight analysis. From UFC to Brave and ONE FC to Bellator. Discussing every man and woman going to war. Even grappling events like ADCC to Polaris. And grappling industries. So here's to the fighters, the fans and the game. Here's to the blood, sweat and tears and the fame. And here's to Az and Key, ready to go on the Brutally Honest MMA show.